welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dani and this is Coffee Break with Dani. Today we are going to get ready together. Wow, I struggled there for a minute. I was like, what was I saying? We're gonna get ready together. I have some content that I want to film for you guys, and I thought that we would do a nice little fall appropriate look with some fall nail color and like a fall outfit to summon fall to get here. It may not look like that because of the vibe I'm creating, but it's like 107 degrees outside and it's not my favorite. Anyway, you guys are here to sit with me, chit chat, have me keep you company while you fold some laundry, do your dishes, or avoid any other responsibility. You know what? You don't have to avoid them. I'll keep you company. I love keeping you guys company while you get that annoying stuff done, you know, because it has to get done and no one else is gonna do it. I know what that feels like. Anyway, so if you're here to see how I got this look, to hang out with me and to chit chat, then all you have to do is keep on watching. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to do, I think I would call this like my comfort zone makeup. This is a look that I have done for years. And I don't remember if I necessarily use like the same products every time I do it, but I know that the tones are always the same, and it's sort of like a berry rusty look. It just seems like a dramatic enough neutral, you know what I'm saying? And so it's a really nice look for when you want to do maybe a more done look, but also isn't smoky blue, charcoal, black. Just smile and nod with me, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see it and be like, oh yeah, you've probably done like 7 tutorials with that makeup look. I have, I really do. I admit it, and this is who I am as a person, is a comfort zone creature of habit animal. Okay, we are doing the One Size Secure the Blur Magnet Primer. I always start these get ready with me's like trying not to use a mirror, and then I cave because I'm just getting older and I miss when my eyes function the way they were supposed to. You guys, do you remember that moment in time? Do you ever realize like when that happened? Like, can you pinpoint it? For me, it was super obvious. Wow, look. If you don't have 17 drinks, are you even a person? So for me, it was super obvious. My mom actually warned me about it, but it was one of those things where I was like, mom being mom. And I just kind of put it on the back burner, like another one of the million things she was telling me about that was gonna happen. So I actually got LASIK when I was 18. It was like a couple of months before my 18th birthday, and I was blind. If I wasn't wearing my glasses or my contacts, I couldn't see from like here to like 6 inches in front of my face. Coke bottle bottom glasses, like that's how blind I was. So I got LASIK. And my vision was fine. It was almost more than fine. It was like I could see through things. It was so good. I'm actually gonna steal a product that's in a haul that I'm about to show you because I just replaced them. Do you remember? If you saw my declutter, you know what I'm talking about. I threw away the really interestingly smelling ones and I replaced them, and I'm actually about to film a haul of all the other stuff that accidentally jumped into my cart when I was shopping for a replacement concealer. This is the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape from Tarte. Let's do a little smell test. Yep, that's what you're supposed to smell like. Like paint. Actually, you know what I think I might do? I might actually use this as my entire face product, because I don't want to do super coverage. I just want it to look like my skin is perfect. Is that too much to ask? So anyway, I got LASIK and I was like, wow, is this what everyone else experiences in life? Because I have been robbed. And it was perfect. And then I had my first son, and the minute he experienced real oxygen, like in the real world, I was like, I mean, I could still see, but my vision was different. I was like, that's weird. Why is my vision different? There's a beauty blender. I'm just kind of soaking up the excess water in it on my Daiso towel. Which one's your favorite? No, there's only one answer. There's only one answer. Right here. Pachaco. Yeah, and the minute Mateo was born, I was like, wait a second. I felt like maybe my windows were a little dirty, and that was it. went to the optometrist for my annual. My vision was still 20/20, but it just wasn't as crispy and bright. But I noticed. And then I had my second son. Went to the doctor and I was like, hey, you know what? This thing that hasn't happened to me since I wore contact and glasses is happening to me again. Anytime I drive, once the sun is going down or it's dark, there's haloing around every possible existing light that is out there in the world. And she's like, oh yeah, let's check your vision. So she checks my vision and it's just a little blurry in my right eye. She's like, well, it's just really your right eye. Your other eye's still 20/20 or whatever, however you say it. Like your other eye's still perfect, it's just your right eye. So I started to like predominantly use my left eye. Well, as the day goes on, my vision gets worse and worse because, you know, I do a lot of computer work or whatever and your eyes get tired. That's just an age thing. So then, you know, my vision just started to get a little worse and a little worse. And you guys remember when I started to do all those partnerships with Warby Parker, I needed glasses. Like realistically, without my ego, my pride, and like my vanity talking, I need glasses. I need to wear glasses. My vision isn't bad where if I forget my glasses, I can't see, but I should be wearing glasses because if I don't, I'm straining my vision more than I need to, right? So anyway, it's just getting progressively worse. And you guys know with LASIK, like the treatment for corrective vision, like that laser treatment, it's really a surgery, but it's not a big deal. Like you literally leave and go back to work. Actually, when I had mine done, they were still doing the cut, like they were still cutting and creating the flap. You guys, am I speaking anybody's language? Keep in mind, I'm a 90s kid. So my surgeon did my surgery. There were still flaps, so there was a little more healing involved. Like you couldn't like sneeze or cough or like bend over really fast. Now they don't even do the flap. So I highly recommend it. I would do it in a heartbeat again, but my vision isn't that, oh gosh, I forgot how much I miss this concealer just as an all-over product. Anyway, so now that my sons are 8 and 11, I need to be wearing glasses every day. And I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and go back to the doctor and say, can I have some contacts? Because I do love wearing glasses, but with like this job or how hot it is in Dallas right now, don't let my outfit fool you. Like I'm trying to get you guys like mentally ready for fall, but it's 107 degrees outside. And when it's that hot, your glasses get foggy and they start slipping. If you're wearing a hat, like with all the baseball practices, like you can't wear cute glasses because they get stuck under your hair. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go back and be like, listen, I need an emergency stash of contacts for those days where I don't want to do this all day. Especially towards the end of the day when my vision is exceptionally tired. I'm wondering if I got into the habit of using my glasses or contacts, if at the end of the day my vision would feel the same way, because I'm obviously not, you know, hanging on to the day, carrying all that stress of doing this. Yeah? Anyway, so when did you realize it? When did you realize that your vision was just not as crispy anymore? You guys, you take your youth for granted. You take like healing from a bruise or a scrape. Like I've had this hangnail for like a month. I take my vitamins. I wonder if I didn't, what would happen, you know? The only thing, oh shoot, I better not say this out loud because this is like when I get products discontinued. The only thing that hasn't failed me is how quickly my hair grows. I just cut it off, clearly, but I mean, it grows like really fast, like almost in a why kind of way. I'm not complaining, I feel blessed, but it's just like one of those things that hasn't. My tooth sensitivity increases, gray hair everywhere, my nails are brittle. Oh man, stress. Like we're just wimps now. The older you get, you turn into a wimp. You're like, oh, it's too hot outside, I'm gonna get a rash. That's not fair. You know, that's not fair. The older you get, the wiser you become. The older you get, the more you appreciate things. So you should be born with like all those ailments, and then you like earn graduating from them as you get older, you know, because now you're older and wiser and can appreciate that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to talk to you later, okay? Okay, so we did our face. Let's set just a little bit with powder, nothing too crazy, like the white hair sticking out, even though I just got my hair done. We are going to take Laura Mercier Translucent Mousse. I'm just gonna go under my eyes, a little bit on my forehead, and a little bit just in the T-zone. It's basically gonna look like I do my whole face, but I promise you I don't. So we're gonna do here, 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 and here. See? Like that. Okay, maybe my whole face. But I'm trying my best to avoid cheeks, cheekbone area, because that's where we're gonna go in with cream products. Okay, I'm gonna try and bring you guys in closer. I know you guys like that, but because I move around so erratically when I'm getting ready, just in general, in life, if I bring you in closer, I end up being like this. Okay, so now I'm doing my eyebrow. Now I'm doing my eyebrows, and this way it gives me like more real estate to play with, you know? Okay, powder? Yeah? Okay, yeah. I do love this haircut. You know, every time I cut my hair off, I'm like, wow, I look 30 again, or 20, or however old. I don't even know how to, I look at myself in the mirror or my reflection and I don't feel like I look my age. I will be 39 this year. But when I have my hair this short, I feel like I look even younger. Am I tooting my own horn right now, unintentionally? And now I'm a little embarrassed? Maybe? I think I am. Okay, jump off camera, do my brows. You already know what I do with that. I go in with the Instant Lift Brow Pencil from e.l.f. in taupe, favorite color ever, and then I set it with a clear brow gel or whatever gel I have around here that is convenient. Usually it's the Makeup Revolution or the Essence. Like this one's, it doesn't look like it's old, but it gets to that point where when I'm about halfway done with it, where the spoolie, words are hard, the spoolie just breaks off. I don't know. I don't even do that scrape thing that most people do with their mascara. Have you ever seen that? Oh God, I find that so gross. They take out their mascara and then the wand sticking out and then they scrape it against the tube and then they shove that dirty product back in. No, I don't do that. I don't even do that. That would excuse why it breaks. So I'll be using one of these probably because it's all I have. Again, I'll be right back. I have to say I'm pretty impressed. I did my eyebrows in like record timing and they're pretty symmetrical. I mean, they look like cousins at least. That's good enough for me. All right, speaking of cousins, let's make my eyelids look like cousins. We are going to start off with the Urban Decay Naked Heat. Did this get discontinued? I can't keep up. Any sort of warm, this type palette will work. I'm pretty sure you can find all of these colors anywhere in your collection already because it's pretty popular. Pretty stinking popular. We are gonna take the lightest color in the palette. It's called Ounce. Oh, Wendy. These names. And that's gonna go under my brow bone. I haven't highlighted underneath my brow bone in a long time. I think the last time I did a makeup video, or maybe it was for an event. I think I just did it for an event. I'm not sure I documented it. If you don't document your makeup, did you even do your makeup? I haven't done it in a long time. I just really haven't felt the need. The pull, the urgency. I have so much real estate here, you know, that I could do layers of creases. So I'm like, yeah, there's enough distance where my brow bone looks highlighted enough. So I haven't done underneath in a very long time. So, you know, let's just mix it up for a little bit. Let's put in a satin enough shadow color to make my brow bone look poppin'. Not cool poppin', I just mean like when the light hits it, it's gonna be like, ooh, look, she has something under there. Clearly I've lost practice, because I went ham. Okay, now we're gonna take a big fluffy blending brush and I'm not even sure this is the palette I was using when I was doing my look. The second lightest is called Chaser. So brow bone, transition, right there, right here, right in the crack. So if you guys are learning to do your makeup, transition is kind of what you use as a tool to blur between your lid and above your crease. A lot of us don't have a lot of space up here, so the transition just ends up being your crease color. But it's still important to go in with a lighter shade to kind of forgive any heavy-handedness that you may have. So it's called transition for a reason. It helps you transition from one shade to the next. So you're just kind of creating a blurriness in between. Like for me, it would be my brow bone highlight and my crease color. Not even my lid shade. It's a lot higher than that. For a lot of you, it would be your crease color and your lid shade. So for me, it's kind of more blown out. You can see I'm pretty violent. I carry it almost all the way to the top. I watched I'm gonna talk about serial killer documentaries right now, so if that's not your jam, you might want to skip through the whole eyebrow part. It's probably gonna take me a minute. I watched about 5 or 6 seasons of this show on Max, the HBO app. It was all about sociopathy or psychopathy, what it means, and certain traits and characteristics that people have, and the way that they interview differently, and how they can't feel empathy, or how, you know, they're full of excuses, they're defensive, there's a reason for everything, they're the victim. And it was so interesting to see, but that's not where I'm going about this. Like, this isn't deep. In true Dani fashion, this is gonna be pretty ridiculous and sarcastic. Okay, so, you know, they show police evidence, like photos, they show interviews, all of this stuff, and all of these victims, you know, and they show like crime scene footage, and you're like, wow, you're super astonished. But the type A, like super neat freak, organized person, me, is super triggered, because 90% of the time, their bedrooms, they don't have sheets. They're just naked mattresses. And I'm not saying, you know, when they remove them for evidence, like these are all like post-crime evidence pictures. You know, they're not the ones where they show like the mattress and they cut out the piece for evidence or DNA or whatever. No, I'm talking like right after the thing happened, take pictures, their mattresses don't have sheets on them. And that makes me feel some type of way. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe I need to go to a hypnotist to find out, because it feels like it's a deep reason. It feels like it's a very important reason in my life, because every time that I have seen someone sleep on a mattress with no sheets, it really makes me feel some type of way. When I met co-parent, full-on bachelor life, his mattress didn't have sheets on it. And that should have been my first clue. I don't know, I just can't, I can't. You know, because I know what happens when you go to sleep. I know how much you sweat. I know how much skin falls off of you, hair, you know, the sweat, the drool, all of that stuff. It's gross. And that gets on your mattress. You can't wash your mattress. You can wash your sheets. Like, our beds here, like every single person's bed in this house has a mattress protector, then a mattress pad, then another mattress protector, then sheets. The flat and the fitted sheet. And then whatever your blankets are. Whatever you want. A quilt, a blanket, no blanket, a comforter, whatever. I don't care. But there's that much protection, because you can't wash a mattress. And you keep that for like 10 years, you know? Okay, this is Burnished Bronze from Laura Mercier. If you ever get a shadow stick, listen to me, get this one. This is the only shadow stick you ever need in your life. It is stunning. It's beautiful. When I just want to do a really casual smoky eye, I hate, that's like so oxymoronic, but it's my casual smoky eye is just Burnished Bronze, nothing else. So like, I do the lid really dark, and then I just kind of blow it up, and that's it. That's all I do. And I put some on my waterline and some mascara, and that's like my lazy, it's my lazy girl. Yeah, casual is a bad word. It's like my lazy girl smoky eye. I just love the tone of it. Is it berry? Is it wine? Is it, like, what is it? I don't know, but it's a really beautiful jewel tone that just makes it look like sultry. But oh, this look, it's no big deal. I didn't do anything. I was just, wasn't even trying. Just accidentally happened. That's what I'm talking about. I love the color. I don't even know how to describe it, because it's called Burnished Bronze. You know, it's supposed to be bronze, and to me bronze is like brownish copper, right? But I don't know, it gives me more like wine, orangey wine vibes? I don't know. Why do I struggle so much describing colors? Like, I can take an hour to describe anything that has happened, but make me describe a color and I'm like, you know, like when the sun's going down, but there was just a storm, but the storm wasn't really like a big storm, it was like a little storm, and then there's a rainbow, but it's not a beautiful rainbow, it's like just a rainbow that you could only see a little bit of it, but it's fall, not summer, and you just cut the grass, it's that kind of purple. Why am I this way? Okay, do you see how pretty that is? I almost just kind of want to walk away now. I don't want to do anything else. Let's see if they match. If they match, we'll walk away. If they don't match, well, we're just gonna have to keep going. We're just gonna have to put in more elbow grease. Oh, that is lovely. That is just lovely. And look how it goes with my shirt. Do you see how it reflects the light? It almost looks like I have a darker color here on the outer V. I really don't. It's just that it's just dimensional. It's one of those eyeshadow sticks that's super, the whole video I'm gonna be like a bobblehead. It's just so dimensional. Isn't that stunning? Love it. I think I need to walk away. Is it even though? Looks pretty even to me. Let me take, there I go again. I should walk away, but I'm not. I'm not resisting the urge. I'm going to take En Fuego. Oh, actually, I think I went, there's a little bit too much. You see that, where I went over? So take whatever's left on your beauty blender and do like an assertive swipe. Over here. Oh, it's this one, sorry. Reverse camera angles. There we go. You just do an assertive swipe, so you don't go, you just go. The sound effects really help too. I'll take, oh, this is a big decision. This is a big decision. I'm going to take En Fuego. This one right here. That is Ashes. And just, do you see how lightly I tapped? Bump, 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 bump. Just a little light bump. Little light bump up and down. We're carrying it up. We're going to go in with another shade to kind of blur it out too, but try as much as you can with what brush you're using. Like that. Now the other side. Okay, here. Bump, bump. Bump, bump. There we go. I wish you guys could see my perspective. Like me looking into this mirror, I'm like barely in it, but I'm trying to stay centered with you guys. I could just move the mirror. There we go. I also love burnished bronze because it's a metallic, but it's a very clean metallic. It shows through other shades. So like if I went in with a matte crease, a matte dark shade, you can still see it pop through. Okay, same brush. And then Scorched, this color right here, it is a metallic. I know, what am I doing? Playing with danger here. Playing with danger. This is who I am as a person. And we're gonna bring it up in this direction. So I'm starting here and then I'm carrying it over. Over and up. Across the lid. This is sort of like your top coat, you know? Take this shade, whatever's left on it, and that's gonna be your eraser. Just smudging everything out. I think I wanna darken this. What do you guys think? Let's go again with Scorched on the lid, up and across your lid, over into the crease. Just like that. Make sure you use the same amount so that your eyelids match and then you don't have to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then take your eraser, your transition brush, and just run it across over both, the dark shade and the light one. And that's going to make them just kind of marry well together. Like that. Yeah? Cool? Cool beans. Take burnished bronze, and that's going to be your lower lash line color. You can start in your waterline and then buff it out with a brush. You can start in your lower line and then buff it up. You can do it in your waterline, you can not do it. Some people have sensitive eyes. I don't know. Whatever your situation is, just make it end up down here somehow. Because it's such a chubby pencil, you want to be careful not to be too heavy-handed, because it's easier to drag it down than it is to erase what you've already put. Remember, these are long wearing eyeshadow sticks. So once it's there, it's really hard to remove without messing up your concealer or whatever you already have going on. So that was my attempt. Then I'm going to take, let's take this one right here. A little Sigma smudgy brush, and we're gonna smudge the lower lash line, so that you're taking the same color, but because you are smudging it out, it's gonna look multi-dimensional. Like you're using multiple colors, but you're really not. The darkest or the heaviest deposit is on my waterline, so it'll look darkest there, and then when you bring it down, it gets smudgier and smudgier. Don't poke your eye. 0 out of 5 stars, do not recommend poking your eye. But you know, you do you. Maybe it works for you. There we go. Okay, before my 3 baby hairs crease, I'm gonna take these little clips out of my hair. Does your hair crease as quickly as mine? Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, what should we do? Do we like it? I think I like it. It's a little orange. Let me see if I have, oh, you know what? Here's another trick you can do. Take a little bit of burnished bronze on a non-dominant finger where you're not gonna go overload. And then just kind of bump, 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 bump. Where your 2 colors meet, the coppery shade and the dark crease color. If it's not enough, do it again. There we go. It's a little blendier. Okay, now we'll do this other side. Easy enough, right? So very easy, very customizable. You could use as little eyeshadows as you want, as few wow, as few eyeshadows as you want, or you could just use an eyeshadow stick to kind of just some kind of berry smudge, you know, like that's what we should call this look. It's the smoky berry smudge. Whatevs. Okay, cream blush. I don't have any of my little beauty blenders clean. You know, to be someone like me that has as many options and choices as I do, you would think I'd be able to keep them clean, but like I don't have that many dirt. Okay, maybe I do have. I'll have a few dirty. All right, we are going to squeeze out that remaining liquid from our beauty blender and try and get this into this little hole. And you can see that's going to be hard because there isn't any in the middle anymore. All right, maybe if I make it really small and then go around the edges. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Oh, wow. Look at that. I could basically be on Blippi now. I'm so smart. Okay. We're going to do some cream blush. Try not to go overboard because we have the monster blender today. There we go. Gosh, I love this color. Nearly Neutral from Rare Beauty. Best cream blush ever. I think this one replaced my favorite from Stila. Was it Peony? Peony something? Maybe just Peony was the name of it. And it was, oh man, I still love that one, but I don't know. This one's kind of taking its place. Playing favorites here. Okay. I think we're gonna have to redip. I think my face is too big. I'm gonna have to go do our little pinch squeeze again. You know, this is one of those colors where I go overboard and I really have zero regrets. I don't mind how it looks. Residual. Concealer residuals. Go around, smudge things out, blur everything out. I think that's the key to makeup, is make it all blurry. You know, make it all blurry and blendy. You don't want to look like a Lego man. You know how Lego man, you like snap on his feet, you snap on his shirt, you snap on his head, you snap on his hair. Like you don't want it to look like you snapped on your blush, you snapped on your eyeshadow, like everything just has to be like, just, you know, lack of words. Like I have an excess in words for description, but I could just find the right word from the start and then I wouldn't have to do an elaborate description. But where's the fun in that? Okay, highlighter. I think, because I haven't used this guy in a while, this is the Stila Heaven's Hue in Incandescence. It sort of reminds me of like NARS Orgasm, a little sheerer. So it has that pink gold fleck reflect to it. It's not as highlightery as a highlighter. It does have a tone to it, so you want to be careful. Like I can't be as barbaric as I am with typical highlighters where I like take it up here, I put some on my brow, I put, like this one, it has a tone, so you want to make sure that you are aware so that you don't, you know, pull a Dani with it. Yeah, I don't know if it's doing it for me, but you know, let's keep trying. If you haven't created a dent in your pan, like, are you trying hard enough? Okay, let's do that. Works for me. There we go. It's pretty. I think Tarte had a blush stick similar to this one. Very similar. And I used to love taking that anytime we went out of town, make it sound like we go out of town all the time. Anytime we would go to Cancun, which I'm still waiting for a response. Someone laughed at me when I said Cancun in a video, and I was like, why are you laughing? Was I supposed to say Cancun? Like, is that how you're supposed to say it? I'm like, I want to laugh too. What are we laughing at? Anyway, I would pack it, and it was nice because it's a skinny little tube. It looks like a long chapstick. And it was pink enough to be blushy, but also highlighter enough to be highlighty. That's good, right? Yeah, I think I like it. I think that's gonna do it for me, but not until I do just a little bit more. Just in case, you know? Can't be too prepared. I just said I wasn't gonna do this, and I just went ahead and did it. There we go, that's it. This is it. Okay, I am going to jump off camera and do my spider lashes. Yep, this is what I call them, self-awareness. Self-awareness is key. I know I go overboard with my mascara. It's something that brings me quite a lot of happiness. So I'm gonna go find my spider legs and I'll be right back. All right, so the spiders have joined the party. We are going to finish our lips and finish the look and we'll be totally done. You know, I pre-picked my lip color. I thought I was prepared. I just never opened it. And when I did, there was no tip. No tip to my liner. This is Huda Beauty's Trophy Wife. It's a very beautiful berry shade. It's such a pretty color. As you can see, it's like a raspberry. It's also a really good option for pinking up a nude. Does that make sense? Like when you want to do more of a rosy nude, if you start off with this lip liner and then go in with a very nude shade, it's a really good combo. You just have to blend really well. I also love the formula. It's super creamy. Mine might not look that way because it's probably 10 years old. Okay, maybe 5, but old enough. Then we're going to top it with Rare Beauty's Nearly Neutral. This is sort of their, it's like a lip. It reminds me sort of like a cross between a lip balm, a lip oil, and a lip gloss. It's like a really good hybrid. I love it just for wearing it with nothing. I mean, clothes, obviously, but with no lip liner or anything, it's really good. Just everyday, comfortable. Feels like a lip balm, but has a little bit of tone to it. Actually, let me show you what I'm talking about. See, it's like my lips, but better. Another overly used expression, but it's the perfect way to describe it. See what I mean? You see. All right, you guys, that is it for this Get Ready With Me. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Like any and all my Get Ready With Me's or any of my videos, anything that I mentioned, any products that I use, anything that I'm wearing, like this little fall getup from Walmart, will be listed in the description box of this video. It's always sort of sectioned off, like products that I use in this video. Scroll down a little bit further and it's what I'm wearing. It'll say if I have an Apple Watch band, what's on my lips, my nail color, all of that stuff is always listed there. The shirt, the pants that you can't see, just kidding. Anything that I mention or talk about in this video will always be linked in the description box. And I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, do so now. Notifications, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Go do your dishes, prop me up on the counter, watch another video, but I think that's it. I love you guys so much, and you know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, and learned something, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!